Welcome back to another episode of the With Love Show. I am your host, of course, Kristy Love, and today I am interviewing somebody that I have been working very close with this year. It's so crazy because I literally just met her this year. Her name is Tia Russell. She is the founder of Take My Hand, which is a nonprofit organization. So today we are going to discuss some of the things that she has been doing in the community and how you guys can help and volunteer to help us be able to make an impact. So, Tia, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, what you do, of course.
Okay. Yes, my name is Tia Russell. I am CEO of Take My Hand. Our mission is to unite and inspire individuals to improve their quality of life, such as motivating, assisting, and supporting our communities. Our ultimate goal is to encourage others to give back, and we connect businesses and people with the resources that they need.
Okay, so I always like to take it back from the beginning. So what got you into doing like community work?
Okay, so I would say I was always been a resourceful person. Like people would come to me and ask me for advice, and I would always give them their ideas. Even little as me being in elementary and volunteering my mama to come and help other people, even though I couldn't with my classmates. So I would say it started when I was working at a mental clinic. It's called Teen Wellness Center. And I just noticed how the consumers just didn't have the resources that they need. I am a certified peer support specialist, and we help them accomplish their recovery goals. So I would help them, apply for school or, get a job. But, it's just a lot of people that just need help. And I was just like, how can I just make this platform to where like I can have other people help them too, because I can't help everybody and I'm always trying to help everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say that that's where it started, where I was just like, let me just try to build something for everybody can get the help that they need, or at least get to that stepping stone that they need to be.
Okay, so with your nonprofit organization, Take My Hand, what are some of the initiatives or some of the resources that you guys have been able to provide since you started for members of the community?
Okay, so I would say I actually rebranded in 2017.
Okay.
So starting from there, because when I first started in 2012, I wasn't actually equipped like I wanted to. So starting from 2017, we have helped single mothers and Medicaid. We have provided bottles, diapers. We had a lot of donations because a lot of people is not able to get that, especially bottles. Like the WIC program would help them with certain things, so you don't see them helping them with bottles, just more so formula, so help them with that. We also help the young children. We took them to the African American Museum, letting them know the history. We help everybody. I just had a depression and anxiety event. Yeah, so yeah, that's a real big stigma. Mental health itself is, of course, a stigma in our Black community. So I decided to have a depression and anxiety event because, of course, I have been through anxiety myself and going through depression. So I had that. It's a lot of words I can't even think of now right now.
Now, I know in our personal conversations and just from us connecting and networking together, we always are talking about how, okay, so it was one thing that I remember us talking about, and I think I made a status about it or you made a status about it, but we were talking about how us coming together collectively as a community and actually like attending like these events and supporting one another with, community events, providing resources and, just being able to register for certain events. But we were saying how when Nipsey Hussle died, everybody wanted to, he did all of this stuff in the community and I'm about to start doing this in the community and I'm gonna come to your event because, you doing the same thing that Nipsey Hussle was doing. But then, when it comes time to register or when you need assistance, volunteers, you need people to do the groundwork with you, there's nobody there. Like you got about maybe 3-5 people that'll be like, oh yeah, I'm coming for sure. So let's talk about that. Why do you think we have that issue with just getting people to come volunteer in the community or, just wanting to register or be a resource or things like that?
Okay, so I have been thinking about this, trying to strategize why, because Take My Hand is about giving back. That's just what we do. So one of our main goals is to increase the volunteer rate in our community. So I was really trying to like pinpoint where it's from, and I would say it starts with trends. A lot of people goes by what's popular. You
Yeah.
don't really see too many people just promoting to give back. You
Mhm.
see people donating. You don't see people putting that work into helping other people. And then if they do, it's to an epidemic, which is homeless probably. Which is why I take my hand is pretty much about helping everybody. Homeless is every homeless is a unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's other ways people can be struggling. It's people with income that's actually struggling. And I feel like I think it's the lack of promoting with people. I feel like if you have a name, I feel like you should always find a way to tell people to give back, because everybody came from some type of background to where they had to build themselves up. So I feel like everybody should go back and at least give them a step on where did they start, how are they right now. So I feel like if more people who popular would try to show the younger generation, like, you should do this, or this is what I do, I think it will be putting more on the line for us to just be like, okay, well, let me try this out, because like you said, a lot of people may be promoting one thing, like parties and all that, and nobody, everybody try to do that, but, it's a hard subject, because I get very frustrated, and I get mad. I be wanting to go on the internet like, y'all don't do nothing.
I
like,
do too.
I really be wanting to say stuff, but I really can't, because I figure, if God want me to do this, I feel like the people will come, and that's how I feel.
And that's a good way to look at it, and that's the way that I have been learning to look at it. You continue to do the work. God gave you, a vision. He gave you, the mission and the plan behind it. So now you execute it. Don't worry about if it's 4 people that came, if it's 30 people that came, that's cool. But as long as you know that you're doing the work, like this is the work that you love, plug. This is the work that you love to do, then I think that that's a key thing behind it. And one of the things I like about Take My Hand is that you guys, it's not just you putting together events or initiatives and just like, oh, we're just doing this to be seen or just to do something. There's actually like a plan for the people that attend the events or the people that you're helping. You're also giving them a plan and something to look forward to and something for them to work on themselves and not just aiding them, I guess I would say. Because I feel like a lot of the times in the community, when we give back to the homeless, of course, because they need it, but we also have to learn how to step up and stop aiding, like, us coming from lack, us living in poverty. Like, we have to learn how to start doing something about it. But that's a whole different topic for another episode.
When I had the depression anxiety event, at first I thought people wouldn't come because a lot of people don't like to open it up. But
Right.
what I did was, I added poetry and then I added dancing and then, I tried to put some type of entertainment for people to be like, okay, I have to add the free food in there. Like I have to, I'm gonna give out anything that I can for free because I feel like if they need it, why charge? So I mean, in a different aspect, everybody do it a different way. But I feel like if I have enough, then I would probably have it to be free.
What is the main resource that you see, and I feel like I know what you're going to say, but I still like to talk about it. What is the main resource in the community that you really see that we need?
I definitely believe public assistance is what mostly people come to me for. I feel like I know it's hard to get that type of resource, but as long as they're really actually trying to search for it, then I don't mind helping. A lot of it is shelter as well. It's not too many shelters out here, and if you don't have no shelter, how can somebody wake up and just have that motivation
to do
what they need to do if their home is not stable enough?
Yeah.
So that's actually my end goal. I would love to open up a shelter. So that's what I'm.
And we rooting for you. We rooting right behind you for it.
That's my main goal right now is to open up a shelter because I feel like it always starts when you first wake up. When you first wake up, what's your first thought? And if you had a good night's sleep and you wake up, you ready. You ready to get to that stepping stone that you need to be. You ready to go to that interview. But if you sleeping at a negative route, then how are you able to keep going? Like, sometimes people don't always need the motivation if they got a good platform in the beginning when they first start.
That makes sense. Let's talk about the last thing, your event that you have coming up for November 23rd. I want you to give information about that and things that you need for the events.
Okay, so me and my friend Angel Reeves, we came up with an event called Let's Give Thanks Dinner, community dinner. And we are actually targeting low-income families because I just believe that the homeless epidemic, this is actually their season. This is the season that everybody, cater to them. So I want to do it a little different. It may be a mom with, 2 or 3 kids and actually have income, actually, going check to check, but actually can't, get a meal. So that's my route on that. I just would like to reach out to low-income families to where they can have a nice little atmosphere. It's not gonna be like the original like soup kitchen type of thing. No, it's actually like a real dinner. They won't have to get their food, and they got resources, free clothing. The items that I need is probably like hygiene kits.
Okay.
I'm looking for blankets, socks, or any type of business who like to just, give out their type of resource. I would love to have that. I just want them to really just have a good time and have that family oriented, whether they know the person or not. I feel like this will be a nice, positive event for them.
Okay. So I want you to look into the camera, let them know where they can follow you at. If they want to get in contact with you about the event, give them those details as well.
Okay, so my Instagram is Tia Russell. That's my personal. Take My Hand MP. That's the Instagram, the business page. And then on Facebook is Take My Hand SOS. I want anybody that feels like that they don't have no family, or anybody that may feel like they're struggling, to RSVP on www.letsgivethanksdinner.eventbrite.com, or you can text 248-270-8391 and just text the number of guests. I will text back and then you're in.
All right. Well, thank you, Tia, for coming on to the With Love show, sharing your experiences and what you are doing in the community. I really appreciate you as a guest and as a friend as well.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the With Love show. I am your host, of course, Kristy Love, and make sure that you guys send that information to any low-income individuals or anybody that you know that is in need of, just some place to call home for Thanksgiving, and to get some resources and some information on how they can just develop. Everybody needs some type of help. Everybody needs some type of family, somebody in their corner. And I will definitely be there, so make sure you guys are there if you want to volunteer. I, of course, will be posting this all over my page, but you guys can find this episode of the With Love show on my website at thekristlove.com, and you can also go into my YouTube at Kristy Love Media, and I will see you guys next week for a new episode.